banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guy's currently sitting at 500. Charles Davis, the kicker, Cairo Santos, has us set for a start. And we are underway from Paycor Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
And they're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 60 yards. Now Lawrence.
And he's able to have that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Lions first down.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. This second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 47-yard.
On play action, Lawrence. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They run it again with Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
10 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and goal.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
T. Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the #1.
Yeah, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his 8th division championship in as many years.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week.
18 carries, 109 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
That's good for our Bengals.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5.
Stroud looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2nd and 10.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Lawrence. Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
The Lions had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give it to Williams running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now Lawrence. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Lawrence will throw. Well, and that is incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in his first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Open man is Chase, complete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Stroud. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
2nd down in a yard.
Woods on the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Another toe for Etienne.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Once more Etienne. And this time he'll make his way in. Touchdown Bengals.
Well, he picked the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence. A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Left side to Lamb.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
13 more yards. That's good for our Lions. 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Lawrence. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that will be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Stroud.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. They go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Now Lawrence.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Stroud out of the gun here. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, get us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
It's 2nd and 2.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the run play. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
When teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Travis Etienne with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one for you.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Lawrence on the sneak. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Stroud looking to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Stroud to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for the Bengals. First down.
ETN up the middle. 91 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he's got Myers. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Brings up 3rd down.
Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A give to ETN running right. Now he's into the clear again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals add 6 to their lead.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it's 21-10. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
A good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with Algier.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Detroit.
Lawrence. Dumps this one off to Algier.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Algier going straight ahead.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bengals' 39-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. That's complete to Slayton.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
A gain of 10.
again. He finds Slayton.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
They run the option left with Lawrence.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence.
A 23-yard run.
And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly
He's
didn't work.
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now ETN to start the drive.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
On second down, ETN once more.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Throwing now is Stroud. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down.
13 yards on the play. And the Bengals first down.
In motion left goes Myers. Now they show jet sweep it instead or run up the middle here.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On second down, ETN once more.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Stroud.
It's now 3rd down.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's complete into the hands of Myers.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
A nice little juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
That's good. For the Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Algier now up the middle.
Solid stiff arm. Oh, and now some space to operate. Touchdown, Detroit.
Tyler Algier.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Give to Algier from the shotgun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Algier with another carry.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
They'll give Algier out of the gun.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
now
4.
Lawrence to throw.
The quick slot caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to buff the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud will go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. A big play here. 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Stroud.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. Here we go. This is 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne.
Oh, nice move. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Stroud. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Stroud. Now a short one to Gesicki.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 4.
Stroud to throw it. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The Bengals offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the field.
Here's Stroud.
2nd and 6.
He'll drop that underneath ETN.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw is Stroud. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Stroud back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. Stroud looks to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. He's got this to Algier.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Here comes 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
A final shot now for Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end on that last play.